Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking some absolutely fascinating source material. Specifically, we're looking at a profound perspective from a philosophical text known as the Seventh Word. We're going to explore a total paradigm shift in how we view our own human limitations. We'll break down exactly why helplessness and need, the very things we usually run away from as fast as we can, are actually the ultimate doors to prayer. It's a remarkably empowering concept, so let's just jump right in. Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, changing the perception of weakness. Think about how modern society operates for a second. We're constantly told that we need to be completely self-reliant, right? That we have to figure everything out entirely on our own. I mean, we'd rather carry 20 incredibly heavy bags of groceries in one painful trip than dare to ask someone for a hand. Asking for help or admitting we just don't have the capacity to handle something often feels like a massive blow to our pride. So ask yourself, is admitting weakness truly a weakness? Does admitting that you're powerless in a specific situation somehow make you a lesser person? Well, our modern egos absolutely scream yes. We carry around this immense burden of trying to be entirely self-sufficient, always putting up a front that we have the whole shebang perfectly under control. But let's be real here. Putting up that front is just exhausting. Trying to literally control absolutely everything in our lives creates a heavy, heavy burden of pride. It brings on anxiety, total burnout, and this constant nagging feeling of failure when things inevitably slip through our fingers, because, spoiler alert, we simply cannot control everything. Pretending we don't need help doesn't actually make us stronger at all. It really just isolates us. But what if we completely flip the script on this feeling? Section 2. What exactly are Aks and Fakr? And this brilliantly illustrates a massive paradigm shift offered by the source text. It redefines two deeply philosophical terms from the original language, ach and fakr. These words describe the human condition in a way that just strips away all our modern anxieties and looks right at our core nature. On one side, we have ach, which translates to helplessness, or a fundamental limitation of our power. It means acknowledging the hard truth. You cannot control the future. You can't stop illness from happening, and no matter how hard you try, you can't protect the people you love from every single danger out there. On the flip side, we have fakr, which means infinite poverty or infinite need. Now, to be clear, the text emphasizes this isn't just about a lack of money in your bank account. No, it is a profound existential need. Yes, we physically need breath and water, for sure, but we also deeply need love, security, knowledge, and forgiveness just to survive. Society might constantly whisper or shout that these limitations make you totally inadequate, but the text reveals something incredibly liberating. These realities, they're not flaws. They are not personal failures that you need to hide or fix. Actually, scratch that. They are the exact keys that open the doors to infinite power and mercy. They are literally the strongest possible reasons to turn to the divine. By genuinely recognizing our absolute limits, we naturally recognize that there is something far, far beyond us. This brings us to Section 3, the bond of compassion and need. Let's bring this abstract theology down to a deeply relatable human level. When we stop viewing our needs as these embarrassing weaknesses that we just have to hide, we start to see them as the very things that connect us to compassion. There's this beautiful quote, a brilliant analogy straight from the text for this. A child does not become worthless because they need their mother. Isn't that just perfectly stated? A baby's absolute helplessness isn't a defect. It's not a reason to look down on them. In reality, that vulnerability is the exact thing that makes the bond of compassion visible. It's what draws out a mother's immense love, protection, and care. And in the exact same way, our fundamental human vulnerabilities exist to draw out divine mercy. So, the crucial point is, noticing our needs isn't a moment of defeat. Not at all. It's a moment of direction. Realizing you're vulnerable acts like a compass pointing you straight to your Lord. It naturally and organically leads to a true spiritual connection. The text argues that this specific realization, that we are most definitely not entirely self-sufficient, is the true starting line. Rather than feeling crushed by what we lack, acknowledging it is exactly where true prayer actually begins. Moving on to Section 4, the true meaning of prayer. Now, what's really interesting here is how this redefines everything. If we truly understand our helplessness, prayer completely stops being this transactional wish list where we just demand things. It's no longer just us constantly demanding, give me this, give me that. Instead, true prayer becomes a vulnerable, completely honest admission of our limits, and that naturally opens us up to divine mercy. It means looking at the immense complexity of the universe and saying, I can't know everything, so I'm seeking truth. It means realizing the crushing weight of your responsibilities and saying, I can't do this alone. I'm asking for strength. And it means recognizing our own human flaws and stating, I make mistakes. I'm asking for forgiveness. It is a total, honest embrace of our reality.
Let's hit section 5, turning inadequacy into prayer.
Now, I want to be clear, this isn't just some high-level, floaty theory. The text gives us a highly practical, actionable tool to use in our day-to-day lives. When you feel that wave of inadequacy hit you, whether that's at work, in your relationships, or just dealing with life's everyday hurdles, you don't have to spiral into self-blame. You can actively use that feeling through a concrete 3-step method. Step 1, determine what you can do. You still have agency, right? So figure out what is actually within your power and take that action. Step 2, accept your limits. Recognize exactly where your power ends and do so without a single ounce of guilt. And finally, step 3, turn that resulting feeling of inadequacy into a prayer. Instead of letting the limit crush your spirit, let it redirect you toward the divine.
The source material even provides a direct, practical little mini application that you can use right this second. Whenever you hit that wall, that absolute literal limit of your capacity, you can say, "Oh Lord, I am helpless in this matter. Show me what is good and make me take the right step." This is such a profound release of our ego's constant, exhausting need to control. You're handing the situation over to a higher wisdom, you're acknowledging your bounds, while still asking for the guidance to take the absolute best possible action moving forward.
Let's see how this all builds together. When we step back, we arrive at the ultimate takeaway of this 7th word. Human weakness absolutely does not diminish our worth, not even a little. Directed correctly, our helplessness actually becomes a prayer itself, and our infinite need simply knocks on the door of infinite mercy. Our odds and fuck, our deepest limitations and our boundless needs, are not things to be ashamed of. They are, in fact, our greatest spiritual assets.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to take a look at your own life right now. Which need, which feeling of inadequacy or helplessness are you currently fighting or just trying to hide from the world? And more importantly, which need should you turn into a prayer today? Thank you so much for exploring this profound concept with me. Take this thought with you, and I will catch you in our next explainer.